Hey there, and welcome to my demonstration for my FYP MX Trials game for my first ever prototype. So, like I was saying in the previous video, if you haven't watched it, I'll explain again. I have basically just combined everything together from all the videos that I have made before. So things like the menu system, the main game, the different animations, the physics engine, all these different pieces. These have all been mashed in together so that I now have a kind of a playable game. There is no exact aim, it's mainly just to be able to go around and explore the world. So without further ado, I will press play. There will be a little bit of code example in this just because I want this to be slightly more detailed, but overall it'll mainly just be a little playthrough. So we get our same menu up. We can go now to the new. We can go single player. And that now brings us into this game world. So as we can see, we've got our little person here. We've got the bike. And we can, if we click into the game again, we can accelerate forward, steer left and right. We can tilt left and right as well. We can use our nitrous in order to give us more speed. So we can go around, we can explore the map. At the moment, we can actually fall off the map, which is something that I do definitely want to change for future prototypes, because obviously it wouldn't really be the best of ideas. I also don't really want to crash into any trees as of right now, because that will send us flying. We can hold shift, and we can lean forward slightly. That's one little addition that I'm after making. And we've got all these little skid marks, which are part of the physics engine. Right now, there is no link to the temple, as that is just something that's not 100% finished, so I didn't want to add it into the first prototype. I'd rather have everything just working perfect for the prototype. So, going for the menu setup, if we pop into the code here, hopefully you can see this. Yes, you can. We've got this new method here for click single player. That loads up the scene for main game. Popping back into this, if we go to our single player buttons, that's where the stuff's been put in for the on click. So as soon as somebody clicks it, it loads up for that. Going into our, let's see, our main game scene. Let's just save that, make sure that's all okay. Going in here, we've obviously got our Supermoto W Ragdoll. Let me see, there we go. We've got this added in. That's basically our bike and all the physics that are after being applied to it. We've got the likes of the crash controller, input manager. Most of this came with the library itself anyway. But I did have to make a couple of different edits. So things like the torque, I changed that. The max speed, max reverse speed. Some of these I will be changing again. But for now, I kind of like where it is at the moment. The braking drag, we've got to say a bunch of different features here, which I will be able to use for things like upgrades. I'll be able to use for different settings. So one of the things in here is use kilometers per hour. So I can change that in order to convert from the miles per hour to kilometers per hour. At the moment, I'm leaving it in miles per hour, but that'll be something that the player will be able to change in the options menu once that's after being made. I do have a scene created for it, but I just don't have anything put into that just yet. Let me have a look in here. The audio source is after being kept in. It's after being slightly turned down though. I have my input audio on this turned a little bit further down so that it wasn't going to be blowing the ears off anyone. I don't think that it would have anyway because I have it turned down, but just in case I wanted to play things safe, you know. The terrain has been left the exact same. There's no changes to that, and the directional light is the same. I may, in the future, increase the intensity of this, just because I want it to be a warm feeling game. I want it to be nice and bright for the player, to kind of give that sense of like freedom and adventure, because that's one thing that I do like about the whole game and the concept, is that the dirt bike racing, it's not only for people who are into dirt bikes, it's also people who are looking for that next rush, that community feeling, going to a big meetup. So that might be just one thing that I will add in the future. But for now, that's what the prototype is looking like. We're able to play the game, we're able to drive around and explore the map, we're able to navigate through menus, and yeah, that's where we're at. I appreciate you for watching. That's the end of it for now. Hopefully I'll catch you next time. For now, thanks and goodbye.